Okay, I am going to teach you how to play a 3-octave G major scale, and this scale is for all violins. This is a 1 3-octave scale that everyone needs to know at the very start. So let's first talk about G major. G major has 1 sharp, F sharp, so make sure you're playing C naturals. So I'm going to talk about each octave individually, and then I'll talk about how you're going to put them together. So beginning the G major scale like we've always done, starting on open G and going to 3rd finger G on your D string. Okay, so that's our 1st octave. Then with that 3rd finger, I'm going to put my 1st fingers there. So that's in 3rd position. Okay, and I'm going to go from G there to G on the A string. So it's going to sound like this. 3 and 4 are next to each other. Okay, so that's our 2nd octave. Now, with that 4th finger that I just stopped on, I'm going to go even higher for my 3rd octave. So I'm going to put my 1st finger there. You can check if this is in tune by checking with your open G. And I'm going to do the same thing I did in 3rd position, except I'm nice and high. So I'm going to go from G on the A string to G on the E string. Remember, I talked about how when we get higher on the instrument, our fingers get closer together. Three and 4 still next to each other. Okay, so 3 and 4 are next to each other when we're in the 2nd octave and when we're in the 3rd octave. That's where our half steps are. Okay, so here's that one more time. Here's the 1st octave. Here's the 2nd octave. I put my 1st finger where I stopped. Octave, and here's the 3rd octave. Put my 1st finger where I stopped. Okay, good. So now let's talk about going down. So I'm going to start nice and high, big highest octave, check it with my open G. I'm going to just go backwards. And put your 4th finger back where your 1st finger was. And put your 3rd finger. My G major scale going down. Okay, so here's how it all put together with no pauses. our G major 3 octave without slurs. Okay? So the one thing to remember is that each octave is in a different position. So your fingers are going to stay. You're never going to shift in the middle of an octave. You're always going to wait to go from G to G. Okay? So now let's add the slurs to that. So remember, it's 4 notes per bow. What's really nice about this is each bow is on a different string. So 4 are on one string, then I change strings and my bow direction changes as well. So here is the G major scale, 3 octave with slurs. So let's talk about the arpeggio. So the arpeggio for G major is G, B, D, G. Okay, so it's important to remember. So for our first octave, G, B, D, G, all in first position. G, B, D, G. Okay, so that's normal. But what we're going to do is actually when we play the open D, we're going to shift to first finger G. So it's going to go. Okay, so let's try that one more time. And then the fun thing to remember is for the rest of the time, whenever you're playing out of first position, the fingering for an arpeggio is always the same. 1, 3, 1, 4. 1, 3, 1, 4. So here we go. 1, 3, 1, 4. Okay. Now remember, we have to keep going. So we're not going to use that 4. We're actually going to use our 1 again. So it goes 1, 3, 1, 4. Okay, so here's how that looks going all the way up. So don't worry about the bowing right now for the arpeggio. We'll work on that in class tomorrow. But this just kind of gives you a little introduction to the G major scale and just kind of heads up on how to do it. So I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.